Couple of opportunities to see them this summer. I got Sonic Temple tickets for you all week, closer to 320. They're doing that. Want to go to Columbus? Want to see them here closer to home? They're playing Jacobs Pavilion on Sunday night, July 28th, with AWOL Nation and Neon Trees. 311, your headliner. AXS.com for all the details. This pair of tickets for you, be caller 10. Simple enough. And all three of these. Good luck. 216-578-1007. Or 800-348-1007.
I met Alan.
Did you?
I gave him marijuana.
Oh, great.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
$35192. Send me a text. But a half an hour from now, I'll have those STP and Live tickets for you. They just announced that show this morning. Stone Temple Pilots and Live are co-headlining the Jubilee Tour with Dave Perner and the Soul Asylum in the opening spot there. That's going to be September out at Blossom. STP celebrating the 30th anniversary of Purple, and Live celebrating the 30th anniversary of Throwing Copper, which was their first album. That was actually their second album, I think, but it was the first one people really started paying attention to. The Mental Jewelry, if people go way back with Live. Some people were kind of paying attention to them then, but Throwing Copper is when they really blew up. Those are not on sale until Friday morning at 10, so I'll have them for you early all week. Of course, Live did the return of Buzzard Fest last year. I always forget how tall Ed Kowalczyk is. I've met him a few times over the course of my career. They were a Pennsylvania band. They're from York, PA, middle of nowhere. And so when I was on in Pittsburgh, we were kind of one of the stations that really kind of got them going out there, and very nice guys. But a lot of acrimony in that band over the years, too, because Ed went off to do his own thing, but he's a tall dude. And, I don't know what this – a couple of people have asked me, is Buzzard Fest happening again this summer? And I genuinely don't know. I think that was the plan. I don't know. Things like that are above my pay grade, so I'm not sure. I think it would be fantastic because we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
But, what a lot of people don't understand, too, is that when it comes to, like, getting bands, you really do have to do this dance. The same thing with comedians. A lot of performers have,
People are booked up, yeah.
Well, blackout dates. Like, we can't do anything 3 months before or after, and, certain markets or whatever. So it can get real hairy. I don't know what the answer to that is. But that S2P and Live co-headlining thing is going to be September at Blossom. And then I'll have Newfound Glory tickets for you all week, too. The 20th anniversary of their Catalyst album. So they're going to play that in its entirety. They'll do end of August at the Agora. Cavs play tonight. They lost in Houston to the Rockets, but they're going to take a crack at the Pacers tonight in Indianapolis. That's a 7 o'clock tip. We will roll at 6:30 and get you right into your pregame coverage. And then tip off tonight at 7 o'clock. Handful of the TAM guys down the hall were asking me how I felt about the Justin Fields thing. Justin Fields is going to Pittsburgh along with Russell Wilson. That's going to be, some people think he's going to get traded, but I think the conventional wisdom is that they're both going to be playing for Pittsburgh. That Justin Fields isn't going anywhere. They sent Kenny Pickett to Philly. But, I was when the Bears grabbed Justin Fields, I was very excited, but the team ended up kind of doing him dirty because they were going to sit him and then they threw him in,
It just was not handled well.
It was not handled well. The team just got progressively worse, and then they were like, "Yeah, you make up for this all in one time." So I was very excited to see what would happen with Justin Fields. We had Mitch Trubisky on the Bears too, for a minute. That didn't go anywhere. And so, listen.
And then he also ended up on the Steelers at one point.
Yeah, I know. And now he's in Buffalo, but
back in Buffalo.
Steelers are my C team, so I'll still root for Justin Fields. I mean, I don't know how much he's really going to be doing there, but there were 4 teams that wanted him, and he asked not to be traded there. as he wanted to play for the Steelers.
What were the other teams?
They didn't say
Yeah,
where.
I wanna
Yeah,
know where.
I do too. That's what I was really digging for, but they wouldn't name the other cities that Justin Fields, 4 NFL teams inquired about him, and his people asked for him not to be traded to either of those 4 teams because he wanted to go play for Pittsburgh. The other story that I think is funny, we have a lot of bureau chiefs in Kansas City, Missouri, and the Chiefs coming off another Super Bowl. The owners want the fans to kick in big time for a brand new stadium there in Kansas City. And this is always, a source of consternation in any city where the billionaires go to the people and say, hey, we'd really like you guys to kick in for a new X, Y, and Z for us. Because people go, well, why don't you guys just pay for it? Now the Kansas City Chiefs owners are saying that they will move the team unless the fans help them pay for a new stadium. They're looking at a price tag of about $800 million. And the Hunt family, and the Chiefs are doing really, really well. You see the owner's daughter a lot on social media. Clark Hunt's daughter is pretty foxy. And I don't know if she has an official capacity with the organization, but she's definitely kind of the face of their social media because she's easy on the eyes. But Arrowhead Stadium is where the Chiefs play. And the renovations they want to make, they say that the price tag is about $800 million. The owners say they will only pay $300 million. The Hunt family, as is the case with any of these owners, they're worth tens of billions of dollars. And so that leaves the taxpayers there of Kansas City and the surrounding area to ostensibly foot the bill for $500 million. And they're going to be voting on this in a couple of weeks. So who knows? You're at the you've just won a Super Bowl, and everybody's
2 in a row.
Yeah. So I guess they figure that they've got some serious leverage there, but the owners always say the same thing. Hey, listen, we'd love to stay here, but we just. I don't know what the reasons are for leaving. I don't know. The Bears are dealing with this in Chicago. They're like, we're going to move to a stadium outside the city. We're going to leave Soldier Field, blah, blah, blah. And I think only in the last maybe 10 days have they decided that they're going to just build a new stadium near Soldier Field. So it'll still be on the lake. But it's always, because most of the fan base in any one of these cities, you can't blame them for the economics of it kind of being lost on them, because when they get really granular about the money, they always make it sound like, you're not even going to notice. You're never going to notice it. It'll cost you like $1 a year, But
and then they threaten, they're like, well, we'll move the team
we'll
then.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the organization, but usually these cities have already done something like this for another organization, like the Royals, I think, are building a new stadium. So people are already probably on the hook for that. And yeah, I mean, these organizations do employ people who work at the venues and things like that. So when they talk about the benefit to the local economy, I think they probably always overestimate it, because you have to if you're going to ask people to foot the bill for $500 million. But I don't know. It's pretty ballsy. We'll see if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan. These guys are trying to build a dynasty. Of course, they call them a dynasty. I don't know what the minimum number of Super Bowl you have to win to become a dynasty.
I mean, they've won 3 in the past 5 years. I think that gets
Is that good?
Dynasty. That's very good. That's very good, Alan.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would think 3 in 3 years would be better.
I mean,
3 in 5 years, whatever.
Well, for a comparison, in the last 30 years, the Browns and Bears have combined for 0. So,
yeah. All right. How many combined over the last 50 years for the Bears and the Browns?
I believe 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's exciting. Which one of those teams won a Super Bowl?
It was the Bears.
Oh, you mean the Bears?
The Bears.
Oh, I've heard of them. People coming in hot with names for Poundcake's podcast. I'm sorry, his live Instagram video show, what Shannon calls it. Brother by the Water. I don't think you want that. Gay by the Bay. It's not a bay. Press pound for fun. I mean, that's kind of an old school phone reference too, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pound on the beach. He's not on the beach. He's in his apartment. What did we land on for the name of your? Bill lives in Squifle Tower. I'm at Casa Cox. What did we call your place?
Oh God,
Poundcake Arms or something like that, or Poundcake.
PC Penthouse.
I don't know what we called it.
I forget what it was.
I thought we landed on something.
Yeah, I think it was the PC Penthouse.
PC Penthouse.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe there's something there.
People in the
all
penthouse.
pent up.
Ooh, I actually kind of like that. That's not bad.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I don't need to be getting sued. I ain't got no money.
How about Taste Cody's Cake?
It's right on the nose. 2 on the nose. You gotta leave the people
wanting more.
Yeah.
All right.
Because if they think they're opening up like a link to something and it's not what they expect, then they're gonna tune out.
But it's only 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That would, however, if I change it from Cake by the Lake, then the cake element is gone. I don't need.
Well, and again, I'm not even suggesting that you do that, but Shannon left that message and was like, oh, there's a place in Lorraine that's got the cupcakes, you know.
Well,
why don't you name a name that won't get anybody into trouble? Just call it Colossal Pound Cakes.
And they just like to post that I posted for their little cupcakes that they made for me for my show.
But they're not little. You made that quite clear.
No, they're huge, but
right.
They're cupcakes that they gave me, but I bought, but still, it's good. I haven't gone there very often in the past couple of years.
Guy left a message on the iHeartRadio app about the rice on the cell phone thing.
Hey guys, wanted to answer Poundcake's question there. The Asians come in the middle of the night and fix it for you. That's why the rice works. Thanks, bye.
That makes sense.
That seems unlikely.
They're like little elves.
Little elves come in and fix your phone. Well, but again, that's what happens potentially when you're spending that much time, like foot-numbing lengths of time on your phone on the toilet, is that all it takes is one slip and that thing goes right in the drink. And then you better have a bowl of rice. You have a bag of rice at your house for just such an occasion? Like an emergency bag of rice?
I'm pretty sure I do. I have to look at my cabinets.
Is it basmati or is it white rice?
I'm guessing white rice.
Of course.
I don't know what
this guy
basmati is.
You've never had basmati rice? You've had Indian food, haven't you?
Yes, but I don't think I've ever made Indian food.
Oh, it's delicious. I'll always opt for the basmati rice if they have it. So good. Like a long-grained rice? I guess you're one of these short rice guys, aren't you?
Yes.
Too cool for long-grained rice, Bill.
He really does think he's better than everybody.
Like that guy that left me that message.
Right.
He's better than me because he's crushing spiders and using cotton where I don't use Q-tips. And he wanted to let me know.
I'll put a cotton swab in my ear every day, and I'll smash a spider I see one every day. I'm better than you.
Yeah, well, man, way to drive it home. Well, anyway, I will leave the Instagram live situation to you. Are you seeing people enjoying it though? I mean, I know it's still early days, but are you seeing
only the 7th episode? But yeah, no, it's
7? You've done 7 of them?
7, yeah.
Oh, I didn't think you'd done that many.
Yeah, members only was the 7th episode.
Who's on this Thursday night?
Boogered Up. podcast. You don't know who they are, but Bill knows who they are. He
okay.
introduced me to them.
They're great. They do a podcast out in Clyde, Ohio, and they're funny dudes. They're a good
Where is
time.
Clyde, Ohio?
It's Sandusky-ish area.
BFE?
Yeah, it's way out there, but they're great guys. Very funny, very silly.
Will they have cake?
I don't know. It depends on if I change the name before then or not. I don't want
Nick,
to take
the
away.
tech correspondent down here in Akron. I DJ weddings on the weekends, and I had one today. And for the first time ever, I had a couple come up. The gentleman handed me $20 and asked if he could use the closet behind my DJ booth. And he pulled what I call an Alan and Gwen at the wedding. I thought Alan was alone, but maybe he's inspiring. Maybe he's not alone. Hate the show. Love me, love you.
Why do you think I was alone? Like, Gwen and I have sex at people's weddings, but like I think that's a pretty common thing, isn't it? It's not like we invented that.
I don't think people just talk about it. You're very vocal about it, but yeah, I'm sure people do it.
Well, yeah, $20.
No one's like.
Go find a bathroom, homie. I mean, that's.
I was gonna say, like.
Has anybody when you're MC weddings? Has anybody slipped you money to do something that normally would get frowned upon?
No, that was and.
Are you doing more this summer?
Hopefully,
Yeah.
sure. But no one's ever come up to me and asked to do that because I feel like they have the run of the joint. What would they be asking me for? I have no authority over that.
Also, well, it sounds like in Nick's situation, the closet was in his area there, like behind the.
There's not a bathroom there, even like a
That's
car.
That's what I'm saying. Well, a car. I mean, it's not high school. I mean,
Well,
but
that makes it more fun.
you're a grown person. I mean, you can find a room or something. But would $20 suffice with you?
Probably.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
They
I
could
don't
get you for 20. That sounds very unlike you.
I mean,
Yeah, that give you 50.
it depends.
On
I don't know.
proximity to you, if you can hear the squeaky back there.
No, I mean, I've never been tempted like that, so no, I don't know that I would. I'm far too professional for that. I'm like, bro, like, you can go to a bathroom, go to an outhouse. I might direct
Go to an outhouse.
I'm just saying, I can direct
What
him
is
to
it, one of those farm-to-table weddings out there in the field?
find the nearest hallway or something. Like,
Hallway? Outhouse or hallway? That's what you're giving. A hallway is not secluded.
But these people who think that they're so slick, like I feel like everyone has tried all the tricks to like do the Mile High Club. Like, you're not going to slip into a bathroom and not have anybody know what you're doing in there.
Well, I don't know that people are. I mean,
Like,
an airplane is a very different situation, but it's a very confined space.
But if I'm DJing, if I'm emceeing or whatever, and I'm in front of the people, so people got to look to me, for whatever. So you trying to sneak behind me and go into a bathroom where no one else is, that's going to be very obvious. And I don't know the setup of Homeboy's place.
Yeah.
But it seems like it would be kind of obvious. That's why he's trying to pay off, like, oh, pay us no mind. We're just, checking the wiring or something. Now,
yeah, we caught those people banging on the boat this summer. Captain Fun's floating fandango.
Yeah.
It was getting all up in her guts. And that was like an airplane bathroom. Those aren't big. If you want to make it fit, you'll make it fit. As it were. I got a break here. Want to send me a text, 35192. Those Stone Temple Pilots and live tickets after the break. I want to go to that show. They just announced it, I think, this morning. They're co-headlining, bringing Soul Asylum with them. They'll do September 10th at Blossom.